Hello, welcome. This is a brief description about my project. So this shows the views, or these are views file that shows the endpoints and also the methods that are supplied to those endpoints. So you have the home or the index, we have register, we have login, dashboard, create shopping list, add an item to a shopping list, update an item. We can also share shopping list, and then delete shopping list, delete an item from a shopping list, and then log out. So, and also we have forms. So forms.py, and this one handles or includes all the forms that we shall use. Remember, I'm using Flask form. And then we have an exemption file. This one handles all the exemptions that can be raised in my system or in my app. And then I have the models. I have an item model, and here I've shown that item should be supplied with a name, price, quantity, and should be under a certain category. So remember, so I've used dictionary to store my items, and then I have the shopping list whereby we have a name. You should supply a name to that shopping list, and also maybe give a brief description. Then you have a user should supply a username, an email, and a password. And then we have user's account. This one tests whether we have that user. It allows you not to add more than one user using the same ID, and our ID here is an email. And then we have the tests. So I've done the test for these modules. So I have an account test whereby we're testing this user account model. So here we test if we can be able to add a user, and also we can be able to, if we can be able to add an existing user. Of course, it will raise an exemption, and also we test if we can be able to remove a user, and also if you can be able to remove an existing user, whereby it will fail because it will raise an exemption of a user does not exist. Then I'm testing for my shopping list. I remember shopping list should take a name and a brief description. And also these are the tests that I have created. And also we test views. We are testing the endpoints, and if they are returning the HTTP response code once they are accessed. So for example, since you cannot go to index, as I'll show you later, directly, if you are not supplied, if you are not logged in, should return this code. So it should redirect you to login or register. And then we have tested for users. So remember, a user should supply us with a username and an email and a password. So briefly, let me carry out the tests so that we can see if they are running. So I'm using Nose to test my tests. So yeah, all my 24 tests are running. So let me carry out this so that I can include the coverage. So they are just testing with coverage, and also in excluding some files which we cannot necessarily test them. So or we focus on the models only, so my coverage is 69. So allow me to take you through the functionality of the project. So I run my project, and then I'll be able to access the project using this. So just can click here or go to browser and type this. So as I said earlier, you cannot be able to access the root, which is our index, without logging in. So this prevent unauthorized access to your project or to your system. So let me supply here. Remember, I'm using email as my unique ID, and then I supply password. So because I'm not registered yet, I'm prompted to go and register so that I can be able to use this system. So I click here to go. It will take me to register endpoint. This is the form for registration. So I supply a username, an email, a password. Password should be at least 6 characters, and I will supply a matching password, also 6 characters. Suppose I don't supply matching passwords, I'll be prompted to do so. So I just go ahead and supply matching passwords, and then I sign up. So you get a response that you've created a user, or user has been created. So I'll use my email, the one I've registered with, to access the system. And also suppose I supply wrong password, I'll be prompted to key in correct password, and then bam, I go to the dashboard. So in my dashboard currently is empty. Why? Because I'm a new user. I have not created any list. So I'll go ahead and create a shopping list. So remember, as I said using earlier, we should have a name and maybe a brief description. Light meal, then I add, and we have created a shopping list. Then we should be able to delete this shopping list. Yeah, you get that it has been deleted. So I'll go ahead and add, so that I can be able to add items. Light meal, I add, so I can be able to add an item to this shopping list. Remember, I said an item should accept an item name, like tea, price of 1 to 100, quantity, you need 2 tea bags, yeah, maybe. And then categories under, let me just say breakfast, yeah, breakfast, like that. So an item tea has been added to breakfast list. So suppose I didn't want tea, I typed tea by mistake, but I wanted to type coffee, I can be able to edit that. So edit coffee. So we can be able to edit, and we can also be able to edit either any of the fields. I didn't want, maybe suppose I didn't want that, so we can be able to delete. And maybe I wanted to add bread, price of 500 or 200, quantity I need 3, categories under Breco, like that. So I can add another item. Remember, these ones are being stored in a dictionary. So, and a dictionary should have unique, that dictionary should have okay, our category is like the dictionary. So if I want to add another item to that specific category, which is Breco, I just go ahead and add. So I have added, so I add coffee, 250, I need one, then I add that. You see, now our category break has 2 items. I can also go ahead and add another list of lunch, brief description, heavy meal, like that. You see, now lunch will have its own list. So we have beef price 500, quantity we just need 1 or 2, and then under supper, a category called supper. So I can also add another one, chicken, price of 700, quantity 3, under supper. Suppose I don't, supper, yeah. Suppose I add another item under either breakfast or lunch, but with different category. Chocolate, just tea, maybe 2, but now here I add breakfast. So you find that this list also is like a dictionary. I'm storing my list in a category breakfast, which is the bigger list. You see, now we have 2 categories here, and that's how it should work. So I've tested out, we can edit and also delete. You can also decide to delete the whole list like that. And also, if you log out and I try to access the shopping list, so this is maybe the create shopping list endpoint, I cannot be able to, because I am supposed first to log in. So this one prevent unauthorized access, and you can only access, or you can only do either access the other endpoint once you've logged in, or so that is it for shopping challenge 2. I've deployed it to Heroku, so I'll just take through. It's functioning the same as the local one. So let me just go ahead and create this user exists already. I think I had created that, so let me just log in with that. Like that. So we have that, and also this is online. So I had this, I can delete that. I'll even delete the breakfast. Yeah, and also in the GitHub, I have my files there, and so the coverall and the Travis or the CI badge, they are here. I don't know why it keeps on displaying 25, whereas I have 61 for my I don't know why it's doing that. I have 61 and 65. So that's all. And if in case of any question or compliment or critique, kindly Slack me. Thank you.